continue where we left off. And one of the things that I said yesterday is to think about one of the things that God tells us in His Word is children to come to Him as a little child, to have to trust Him like a little child. Have you ever noticed how children a lot of times they can just have fun with anything? You go out and buy them toys and they play with the boxes. Well, God wants us to come like Him like a little child in our approach to Him, and we can learn a lot from our kids. They're quick. They enjoy everything. They're quick to forgive, and they trust easily. And that's what God wants us to be when we come to Him. And so I told them yesterday to think about some childlike traits that you can portray in your relationship with God. Don't take everything so personal. Don't accept and take in everything that everybody has to offer. A lot of negative people and negative thoughts, a lot of negative reactions, we don't have to take in just because it's theirs, it's offered to us. I told Pam yesterday in the Bible study, if I walked up and walked around this yard and I went and picked up a bunch of duck and dog poop and put it in a bag and I brought it and give it to her, would she take it? And of course not. She wouldn't take it. So that's, you don't have to take everything that's handed to you. You don't have to accept it. So be careful when, a lot of times we take on other people's problems and we shouldn't. And, we take a lot of responsibility that we shouldn't. We put too much on ourselves. So that's one of the things I said, I want everybody to relax, to take some time out, breathe, be happy. One of the things we did yesterday, and my grandson Bryson was with me, that was really funny, is I said I wanted us to still laugh. And so I would tickle him and make him laugh, because that way we didn't look so crazy just sitting out there laughing. So I'd tickle him and make him laugh, and then we laugh. But just take time out sometimes just to laugh at yourself. Laugh at, situations and circumstances in your life. Be happy. Stop letting pressures of life get you down. God told us in Philippians 4:19 that He's going to supply all of our needs. He is God. One of the things that I heard this past week that I thought was just so awesome was that a lot of times when we're trying to figure out how God's going to do something, or we're trying to understand how God's going to work something out, we are standing down here and we're looking up. And what we need to do is kind of put ourselves where God is and look down. Because if we stand here and we look up, basically we can only see what's around us, on our sides and front. We can't even see what's behind us. If we look up, we can only see the heavens as far up as we can possibly see, that our natural eye will let us see. But if we kind of try to step into our spiritual state, which is where God wants us to live, and step out and put ourselves where God is and look down, then we can see how big this world really is and how big our God really is, and know that nothing is impossible for Him to do. One of the things in closing that I told them is that, like I said, you want to know who your identity is. I talked about last week if Bill Gates, was my daddy, and I'm sitting here hungry. I simply needed to call Bill Gates and say, hey, Daddy, I'm hungry. He would provide for me. In the same way, our Father in heaven will do the same thing. I told Pam yesterday at the Bible study, if we got an inheritance and somebody called us up and said, hey, you just inherited $1 million, we would jump for joy and hoot for holler, and we're getting this money. Well, we have been given an inheritance that cannot be taken away from us. We have been given freedom through Christ to live our lives and to enjoy our lives. All we've got to do is accept it and believe it and walk in it. And again, I just want to give you a few helpful hints right quick to enjoy your everyday life that Joyce gave us. Enjoy people. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy yourself. Live a balanced life. Don't take on too much. And let go of the past. Forgive and move on. 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 3 says, divine power has been given to us in all things to pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of Him. In other words, Christ has given us that power. The power of Christ lives within us. We've just got to choose to walk in it. God bless you. You have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week.